Alright, I'm back with another build guide. This time, this time it's for firestorm. Sheesh, this shit busted. So the way this build works is we use powered by Verisium to get 5 Verisium infusions. In this case, we only get 3. And then we use those 3 to power firestorms, ice bolts, lightning bolts, and fire infusion, which grants 100% increased bolt frequency, 100% increased damage, and 1.5 meters of storm radius. Unfortunately, we're only limited to 1 firestorm at the moment. But we got wild surge incantations, which gives us 50% more damage and 50% less cost, with the downside of reducing the duration. So we got to scale some duration on the tree. We get duration here. We get duration here. And we turn the fire into chaos simply due to these 4 nodes here, just so we can get a little extra damage out of it. And then we take advantage of price of power by getting this node here, infusion of power. So we're able to get 40% more spell damage, which is absolutely insane. We do so much fucking damage, it's brutal. And then we get ruined for even more spell damage. Potent incantation for even more spell damage. Critical overload. True strike for the jugular. Careful assassin. Throat seeker. It doesn't end there. We got a +3 level of all firestorm skills. Shoosh. We get ingenuity. Again, like I said, we use Black Flame Covenant. And then we get 3 Grand Spectrum Rubies. 1, 2, and the third one's over here. 3. And then we get a Heart of the Well for that extra damage. And that's about it for the tree. For the rest of the ascendancies, we get Blackened Heart because we're scaling mana to a certain extent. And then we get Soulless Form, so we get infinite mana regeneration. Alright, now let's go over the supports. For Firestorm, we got Concentrated Area, Zenith 2, because we're never under 90% of our maximum mana. We're always above 90% of our maximum mana. Fire Mastery, Prolonged Duration 2, Deliberation, and then of course we have a +1 from the Corruption on the spell. And then we use Powered by Verisium with Efficiency 2, Cooldown Recovery 2, and Rapid Casting 2. Now I'll go over the gear. For the gear, we have Decree of Flight, Kael'th's Heart, Skuld's Bridle, Defiance of Destiny, Doldrey's Tenure, Sacred Flame Shrine Scepter, and then a Calandra's Touch to mirror our Resistance Life Ring. And then for the belt, we just have Resistance and Life on the belt. Now this is very important for the runes. For the augments, we have increased runic ward regeneration rate on our helmet, 2 on our body armor, 1 on our gloves, and then for the boots we have 30 to maximum runic ward. And then we just have strength on our Sacred Flame Shrine Scepter. For the wand, it's a pretty standard wand. Now this is where I fucked up. This is where you do not want to mess up. I got one with increased cast speed and gain 8% of elemental damage as extra cold damage. You want to get a wand with limit to elemental skills, +1 the limit of elemental skills. So I'll showcase that right now. As you can see, I did not get that, but that's what you want to get. So I fucked up on the wand. But other than that, the build's perfect. For the charms, you want to get poison immunity, bleed immunity, and ignite immunity for all the dots, which I have none of those. I was trying out some block related stuff with Fallen, but I ended up just going with Sacred Flame Shrine Scepter. But you could drop this and go with block. For the Anoint, man, I don't even know what I would get. Probably this one right here, Cooked. Anoint Cooked. Yeah, that one would be good. And that's about it. That's the build pretty much. Just make sure you anoint Cooked so you can get that extra damage and with critical strikes. I do have some one revive maps. I've just been using this build to farm Trials of Chaos, but I'll go ahead and show a map. The runic ward related stuff is very important. If you don't have that stuff, the build's not going to feel good. And make sure your Dodra's Tenure, Skull's Bridle, Decree of Flight, and even your Kaelm's Heart have runic ward. I fucked up with the Kaelm's Heart. It doesn't have runic ward. You want to make sure your Kaelm's Heart has runic ward. So the way you want to play the build is you just want to cast Powered by Verisium and then cast your Firestorm. And the damage should be fucking crazy. And a lot of the time, if you don't want to cast both skills, you can just cast Firestorm. And you'll end up killing most things anyways. Which is fucking wild. That's how much damage it does. So if you don't want to continuously cast both skills, you can just do Firestorm. And you'll be able to clear small packs fairly easily. I'm not as tanky without the shield, but I definitely get a lot more damage without the shield. Like for a single enemy, I would just cast regular Firestorm. big groups, you're going to want to cast both Powered by Verisium and Firestorm. Now, what I really want to show is the boss kill. That's going to be really impressive. The boss kills are insane in this build. What does this map have? Okay, nothing too crazy. So what I do is I get surround. I have it on. I have it where it cast. Oh, I had it on cast on self. I'm gonna keep it like that. What I do is I kind of get in the middle of the pack and then I cast it. So let me try and speed run to the boss. Let me try and get to the boss as fast as possible. You get tripped, you should be fine. Defiance of Destiny is just OP as fuck. So even if you get tripped, you're not gonna die. Not with 5,000 life. This is not solo self-found viable, unfortunately, because you do need a lot of things that might be a little difficult to get in solo self-found. For example, the skill powered by Verisium might be a little hard to get in solo self. But this is the whole build pretty much. You just alternate both skills and you kill everything in the process. There's the boss. Okay, we found the boss. That's where this is gonna get impressive, in my opinion. Okay, well, this motherfucker stops dodging. There we go. That's one. Delirium did go away on us. That kind of sucks. I did want to showcase it with Delirium. But it is what it is. You get the point. The boss kills are fucking insanely fast. So yeah, that's the build. Firestorm, Lich. Highly recommend this one. Give it a try. This one's good. This one does a lot of damage. This one is, whew, in my opinion, it's a good one.